Hey, what's going on YouTube? But welcome to another vlog. I'm just not getting off. It's about 6:30 and the sky is nice. It's about 60 something degrees outside. Amy's getting back from the Petco right now across from Jersey Mike's Subs, which is where I am now. And I'm about to go head home. But today I want to just let you guys know that God has never left you. You know, you are always part of his plan. When he made the earth, you know, you guys were a part of that plan that he had for humanity and for salvation and stuff like that, and you guys will continue to be part of that plan. And that's why people talk about being on God's path, because you know, you can either not and do your own thing and do your will. You know, you have free will to choose God's will or to choose your will. So you can either choose your will in the situation, or you can choose God's will. So I just want to encourage everyone to check themselves and see what part of their life and what they're accomplishing and stuff like that. Are you using God to accomplish the things that you think you need, or are you checking with him to make sure that's what's appropriate and what needs to happen? Or are you just basing it off of what you want? And you know, because at the end of the day, we're not perfect. We don't have a perfect plan that's set in place already. So yeah, if what you're doing is not part of God's plan, then definitely just, if you already know, if it's not working, then it probably wasn't part of his plan in the first place. If what you're doing is not working, if you're trying to be an architect, for instance, and that's just what you want to do personally, that's your dream to be an architect, okay, that's great. You can be an architect for the wrong people, you know, for all you know, and you're trying to be an architect, but you're doing it the wrong way. And that's very possible that people choose their will and it goes against what God wants. You know, what God wants for you is greatness. So if you're not already in position of greatness, that doesn't mean power, money, and stuff like that. You can be poor and still be doing what God wants for you. God doesn't want you to suffer. So I mean, part of success and spiritual success comes with money, but not everyone. That, you know, there's a lot of people that were following God and they didn't have money. So that's just part of it, you know. Not money. Money doesn't solve all the problems. God solves problems. So at the end of the day, you just gotta trust God has it taken care of, and all will be well with you and the world, and everyone around you will be benefited from your presence. Just like everyone I come in contact with pretty much gets benefit out of me. I message people on Twitter that I don't even know, and well, really, God wants me to tell them some stuff like, hey, God's never left you, stuff like that. And I let them know that, and they're like, man, I really needed to hear that right now, you know, like I talked to this business owner, and he's like, you know, people don't realize how tough it is to own a business. They say some harsh words, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, I completely understand that. I own my own business. I mean, I have this business, the vlogging channel. YouTube is basically a business, you know. So I have all these things. I understand. So anyway, what he was saying is, people just treat me like I'm a Superman and I can do whatever, or like I'm God, you know, and I have like ultimate power over the situation or control, and I can just do whatever. And you know, he's just like, I can't, you know. And I told him, like, God, you know, God is in control. You know, at the end of the day, God is in control of the situation. God knows your heart. God knows your soul. He knows what's best for you, and he knows what you need and when you need it and stuff like that, how it needs to happen. So he'd be the best person to go to find information about that. But I just let him know that, and he was like, I really needed to hear that. And I was like, well, God told me to tell you, so I mean, it makes sense why you need to hear it, because he knows exactly what you need to hear, you know, and from who and who you listen to and just stuff like that. So if you rely on God more, my point is, if you rely on God more often, then more good things will happen in your life. More opportunities that God has for you and resources will be available to your disposal, and you'll actually access those resources at the right time and the right place and all that stuff, because you're using him in the way he needs you to. So definitely check out my other vlogs in the description below, or on my channel. Just click on my name, my face or whatever, and check out my other vlogs. And I have vlogs that I made a couple days ago on forgiveness, telling you, you know, it's not easy to forgive. But with God, you know, all things are possible. So it's possible, but it isn't. Just because I say it's possible and with God it's possible, it doesn't mean it's going to be really easy or something. But it's still going to be a process, and it's still going to be a constant thing you have to make a decision to do. Even when they do it again, you know, whatever that you forgive them about, that's the whole point. Like, they're going to do it again. Or you wouldn't have to constantly think about it and constantly forgive if they weren't doing it. So I give you all the tips and stuff like that you need to forgive, and I'm giving you tips now on how to have a better life, because if you're relying on God to have the life you need, and the one God had a plan for you, then you will have a good life, because you're relying on the one person or not person, the one thing that would be able to actually give that to you. If you rely on people, they will let you down because they're not perfect. But God is perfect, and He has a plan for you. He loves you, and He never will stop. He has unconditional love. And yeah, but either way, you guys have a blessed day. I think I took up too much of you guys' time already. I know people have busy lives, so 5 minutes is probably even too long for some people. But let me know in the description if you watch this video how it is, and what you think about it, and then we'll go from there. But either way, have a blessed day. Peace out.